First of all, why did you change so much from the whole stuff to
We haven't changed at all.
Well, the songs are longer.
Not really, the long songs are mentally murdered, so there's no change.
Yeah, well, not on mentally murdered.
The only change
but on Harmony Corruption.
The only change is the production, basically, because Scott's got his own way of doing things, so the sound is not as extreme as the old Napalm. That's why we're not using Scott on the next album. The new 12-inch we've done is like far heavier, so it's like, you know. The only change I think is the sound, basically, because Scott's got his own sort of way he cleans things up, which is like at the time we thought was cool, but now sort of like, you know, we're going to get more of a raw sound on the next album, I think. But as regards change, there hasn't been a change really, I don't think, musically.
Did you have a problem getting an original sound from more sound, since so many death metal bands have been recording there lately?
At the time we went there wasn't that many bands, I think. But I think
Scott did a lot before you.
Not really, not that many. He did Death, Obituary.
Death, Atheist and Sepultura. That's all I really
and Obituary. That's 4 bands, that's not really a lot really, compared to what he's done now.
Well, now I think they've had about 24,000 bands go there now.
At least.
At least, yeah.
But,
you go into Murray Sound, you know what I mean? The deal at Murray Sound is this nowadays. So it's a studio, like a normal studio, you set all the shit up. It's got this button, you know, like you get a button when you put a fucking quarter in and you twist it and you get like a couple of bubble gums, I don't know if you call it bubble gum or chewing gum. You press it and it's called, this button will activate the Murray Sound Special Sound Reproduction. You press it and there's your Murray Sound production. You end up with a Murray Sound production, you know what I mean?
That's basically it, because you see, no matter what, you know, whatever you do, Scott has his own way of like doing things, you know, so.
Yeah, Scott's cool. I'm happy with my drum sound. I ain't gonna rag at my drum sound. I don't like the ride symbol on it is absolute bollocks, because there's too much separation on the LP. You know what I mean? If you do crank it, you're gonna get a bit more of a blast out of it. But like the deal there is like, it sounds cool in the studio, but the reason why is because of the equipment that they've got in the studio to make it sound cool. You get it home and play it on a normal hi-fi system, a car stereo or something. It's compressed the fuck. They use so much compression in that studio, and so much fucking separation. It's too clean. It's not what Napalm is in the studio. It did sound real good. Got it home and like fucking, it is too clean. You know what I mean? But
at the same time, now that's there,
I mean,
I like the idea of the fact that it shows people that we can play. So
Yeah, it did show people we don't just get a guitar and go do that, or do a fucking, or you know, do a flutter fucking on the bass drum and on the fucking snare, you know, do a fucking Ken Carcass and just fucking bash everything together. I think it shows that like everything on there is played how it should be
So
played.
now it's just time to go back to the old raw sound, basically.
So you like the dirtier sound better?
Oh,
Yeah,
much better.
because it represents us live more. I mean, live we're different to our harmonies.
Live, you don't fucking compress fuck out of the stuff, or it wouldn't be a live show, so why should you have to do that in the studio? Obviously, you've got to clean things up a bit in the studio, but not. Morrison he's into this compression bullshit, and compressing is good on the right things, but not what they fucking do, it's too much.
How the show's been going so far? And it's like the 5th one or something.
It's a 6-1 tonight. Personally, playing wise for the band, I think we've done pretty well actually, considering the circumstances. Shit monitors, pretty fucking rare fucking PAs. Audience wise, they love their slow stuff. They're too much into their fucking SOD mosh. I mean, as soon as you do a slow fucking rhythm, they automatically go ape shit. As soon as you do a fucking Repulsion blast, they don't know what the fuck's going on. That's why Repulsion never got anywhere, you know what I mean? Because people just could not handle the speed. So basically, I guess it's an education, you know what I mean, this tour.
But yeah, I suppose you can say we're out to educate, I suppose. At the moment, they just when we go fast, they just sort of stand there. I mean, they're into it, but they just stand there. We're too used to European crowds and Brazilian crowds where they just go off their fucking head and
Yank
shake
the
each
PA
other.
system, shake, do the pogo,
Exactly.
do the grapple. You know what I mean?
Shake each other, you know, thrash the PA system to the ground. that
Thrash
kind of
each
stuff.
other's heads against each other's heads.
We're too used to that, really. At the moment, that hasn't really happened over here. It's actually spoilt my conception of like American sort of audiences. I was always told that American audiences were the best. I used to read interviews and I was told, well, they get the circles going and they get the pits and they dive off 30-foot PA rigs. I haven't seen that happen yet, really, which I'm a little bit disappointed. Hopefully we'll get down towards LA and around that area and they'll start doing it, but I don't know. Who knows? They didn't do it when I saw Obituary, did they, Jess? No, they were pretty late when we saw Obituary as well, so...
Those were punk gigs, like the Q's and GBH.
Nah, bollocks, man. Fucking Slayer gigs apparently used to be intense a few years ago. That's what I was told, anyway.
Do you have any input about which bands are going on this tour?
No.
As regards to Grindcrush, I think Nocturnus and Godflesh, yeah, the actual support bands, to be truthful, okay, it's
Well,
called...
Godflesh, we
No,
did
I mean Nocturnus and Godflesh.
yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
No,
right, yeah.
Godflesh, yeah, we wanted Godflesh on because they do fucking growing, you know what I mean? That is growing. You know what I mean? Fucking, that ain't no fucking Carcass, you know what I mean? That is proper growing. Fucking, but Nocturnus is, I'm not ragging on them, you know what I mean? Fucking, I guess what they do is pretty cool, but fucking, they don't grind, you know what I mean? It's called a Grind Crusher tour. There ain't no grind going down in Nocturnus. There's as much grind there as fucking my Petra when she plays the piano, you know what I mean? My dog at home. There is no grind going down in Nocturnus. Fucking, it should have been Bolt. It should have been Bolt Thrower. Now I like Bolt Thrower. You know what I mean, some of the stuff is a little bit rare. You know what I mean, but fucking, at least they grind. They are a grindcore band and nothing else. You know what I mean, fucking. The reason for Bolt Thrower not doing it is because they said they will not support or go on the stage before Godflesh, because they said Godflesh is shit, Godflesh can't play the instruments and Godflesh are just a bunch of noise. You know what I mean? So like, that's a pretty fucked up attitude, but this is what the tour ended up being, you know what I mean? Fucking, even Carcass should have been doing this with us, you know what I mean? At least you can call them a grindcore band, you know what I mean? Fucking, because Nocturnus are not grindcore. They are not, you know what I
I
mean?
like Nocturnus, but they just, you know, they seem oddly placed with us, because I think...
They're
so
going
far,
down very bad, all the
crowds
shows.
don't seem to be able to relate to what's going on. I mean, they're good at what they do, I like what they do, but it's not grindcore, whatever you want to fucking call it, you know? Basically. But no, I mean, as regards to other bands, they're pretty heavy, I suppose, but there's a few too many bands on each show with us.
Like Killing Joke a lot.
Chuffed in. I like a lot of things.
We're thinking a new Bolt Thrower.
New Bolt Thrower. Honest opinion, it grinds, you know what I mean? It's fucking great guitar, I really like the guitar sound. Drums are fucking shit, it's pretty much snorecore, you know what I mean? Something to drive you to sleep to. Every song's the fucking same, but I guess it's got the Bolt Thrower sound, that's something that they created themselves with the help of a few bands like fucking Sacrilege from England and some Slayer riffs. They recently toured with Autopsy, so there's quite a few Autopsy sort of riffs on there now. They've sussed out what Autopsy do, but I guess they're alright. Ain't bad.
Mick, how do you think the scene has changed in England since Napalm Death started?
Since I was in it in the beginning. I don't know, fucking. As in what? People?
People, bands.
Bands. There's a lot of bollocks bands in England. There used to be a lot better bands. Back in '86 when I joined Napalm, there used to be some classic bands around. Fucking, you had still had bands like Anti-Sect doing what they were doing, Amoebics, Sacrilege, Concrete Socks, Heresy. You had a lot of early bands on scene, Terror, fucking. A lot of the bands then were a lot friendlier and together. So Extreme Noise, Terror. They're a lot friendlier. They used to help each other out, but that's all changed. I mean, there's too much bitching still involved with fucking the scene and shit. So I don't get involved with it anymore. I keep myself to myself. I stay at home, listen to music, watch videos. That's all I fucking do. I don't do anything else. I travel when I can afford to travel. I guess that's it. I'll stop in. I don't get involved with anything. There's too many fucking wankers around.
Barney, you can get in there.
Yeah. Light introduction.
Flu, man.
Seems like everybody's sick.
Yeah, I've got the flu, man. Yeah, that's why I'm fucking like
So, are you all going to continue with your side projects?
Yeah. There ain't really any, you know what I mean? Fucking Defecation was Defecation. That's finished now. Terrorise is finished. Unseen Terror is finished. Benediction. I mean, the only side projects that will happen.
Benediction is still going.
Yeah, but what I mean, like for you, he's on about you still carrying on. As side projects, it'd be like personal things. I guess.
I mean, the only sort of side things, especially me and Mick and me, really want to do, will be totally different from what we're doing in Napalm. Because there isn't no point in doing a side band that's fucking close to Napalm or even similar. What's the point?
Not now, not at all. Fucking.
I mean, if I ever do something, I just do something personally for my own benefit, which would probably be like so off the wall, nobody'd be able to get into it anyway. And I don't really give a shit. I just do something personally for myself and like release a few thousand and see what happens. But it's when there's time. There's hardly any time. Napalm gets worse as you know as the months go by. It's like after this tour, we like end of May, we have to go back to England, have some rest, and then we're expected to start rehearsing for the next album. And then in July, we're meant to come over here with Sepultura and start all over again. And then after that, we're going to come back and possibly record it. And then whenever that bloody comes out, you know, we're going to like go out to do Europe, which will be a bigger European tour this time than America all over again. So it's like it just gets worse, you know. You have to do it if you want to become bigger or whatever. But you know, it's hard to like do other things, which is a shame.